What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Somebody let me know if the audio works. YouTube, of course, updated their software and it's like completely different, and I didn't even really figure out how to get this thing rolling here. Very, very different. They just changed all the stuff on YouTube, of course. What up, Andrew? Andrew. Andrew. Drew's Auto is your real name, Andrew? Because that would be, you know. Sweet. So, this is not like a sales pitch, but I do real quick have to go over the website because I've been getting like a lot of questions. What's up, David? So just super duper quick, I wanted to put this as Q&A so that way everyone can kind of see. Because I get a lot of questions about what the differences in like the subscriptions are. So like when you go to the website and you go to the top, there's online training, memberships and on-demand video, and then a forum, and then on-demand purchases. So online training is where you would go to like log in if you already have access to the online training, and the memberships and on-demand video is where you go to purchase it. So there's the on-demand video. So for $150, you get like the entire J2534 module programming class, and you get lifetime access to that class. Once you pay for it, you can just log in anytime and view all the stuff. And then, let's see here. Whoa. Future of ease scan tools. That's a good question. We're going to cover that in a minute. And then the $250 option is, again, just the J2534 class video, plus I'll mail you the 273-page manual. All color, of course. And then the $25 per month is the training access to all the videos. So the J2534 videos are in there, but then there's all the other stuff. We've got almost 50 hours of content now. Today, right after this, I'm at about 6 o'clock. We're going to go over to the website, and I'm going to do the part 3 of the network diagnosis and failures class. So we're trying to do 2 to 4 hours of training every month added to the website, and you can see all of that as long as your subscription is up to date. So that's what everyone. I always ask, like, if the 25 also allows you to see the module programming video. Yes, you can see the module programming stuff. For that. Now the one that you pay one time for is a studio version of it, so there is no like audience interaction. It's not a recording from the live teaching of it. It is a studio version with, you know, set down. It's much better quality. It's the newest version of the class. Like all the information is still on both of them. You just kind of have to go through all the videos to find everything on the JBox class. When you purchase the JBox class, the one-time purchase, you have the full. It's like, I think, a little over 6 hours of content straight if you just sit down and listen to it. And then everyone asks, when you pay for those, where do you go? Well, when you pay for one of the on-demand videos, you got to go to the on-demand purchases up here at the top. And then there it would, like, it would say the videos you purchased from the side, so you would click that. And it's like, hey, this, you know, I'm not logged in, so it's saying this content is for on-demand and for the J2534 or the 273-page manual one. So it's because I named them that, it listed like that. So like if I log in real quick. What? Never been asked that. Oh well. Oh, and that's the back end of it. So like when you log in, you could go to online training if you have online training access, and then there you go. There's this big play button is the link to go, and then here's like a chronological list of the last couple of classes that come out. Over here on the sides, like all options. So if you clicked on the J2534 domestic class, you would have all the videos, all 15 of them. They're all probably about over an hour a piece. Even the latest, like when GM updated their stuff, I did a video on that. And then like You go over to the side, and there's Chrysler training for using YTech 2.0 with the J-Box. Here's the network failures class we're currently doing. There's part 1, part 2. Part 3 will be on there later on today. There's some module walkthroughs, like how to flash a GM. I just did like an actual walkthrough of each one of the manufacturers. Some advanced level NERS training for Nissan programming. It's a little over 2 hours of videos for that. The diagnostic process class. A little over 4.5, almost 5 hours of content in there. Advanced application of fundamental electrical theory. There's 13, 14 hours of that. So that's where that's all at. Like, all that stuff is housed in the online training tab. And then all the classes are to the right. That's where you would access those. So I've had a lot of people sign up lately, and they've been sending me emails, and I wanted to so I'm going to direct them to this video. And then if you paid for on-demand purchases, you could go there, click the class to the right, and there's the classes it sets, and then the GM update that was done. There's the waveform library and all that good stuff. Anyways. Alright, I'm done with that. We're done. I was just wanted to answer some questions where I keep getting questions about that stuff. So, what is everybody else doing? Let's see here. Alright, so the Ease scan tool thing. I haven't checked their website in a little while, but last I looked, it said that they were basically shut down. Home. Ease has been directed by its board of directors to take actions to wind down the sales of its diagnostic and emissions equipment by September 30th, 2018. On October 1, Ease will be merging with Denso Products Service Americas. As a result, effective immediately, Ease will cease sales of all diagnostic tools and related software. There will be no future updates to any diagnostic software, such as the scan tool and reprogramming assistant. Scan tool versions X2 and X3, your current software will continue to operate as long as OBD2.com and related URLs are active, and is planned to keep these sites active for 2 years. Your current scan tool software will continue to work after these sites are removed. However, your refresh your license after that, your scan tool will be disabled. Ooh. Okay, so if you refresh your license after the website's down, your scan tool is disabled. There is an update available down that will prevent this from happening, and it gives a little link to go to it. Access to Ford Secure controllers will expire immediately. Reprogramming assistance software will continue to work with your current installation and cannot be reinstalled on another computer. Ease and Denso will continue to provide for the fulfillment of ongoing warranty obligations. Outside of warranty issues, you can purchase items from Ease's limited stock, such as vehicle interfaces and cables, until September 26, 2018. There are no refunds or returns. All sales are final, must be paid for in full at time of purchase. So that is their, yeah, that, I agree, Drews. That jacks a lot of people. Now you can still, if you fumble around, you can find their products page. So I have a friend of mine that has the Ease programmer, which is just a rebranded Cardac 2. So we use it with the Cardac toolbox and everything. Everything seems to work fine. So if you have like an Ease Cardac, an Ease Diagnostics J-Box that's the newer style, looks like a Cardac, then yeah, you're probably fine. That's going to work on as long as DrewTech is there, which seems like with the Opus acquisition and everything, DrewTech's going to be around for a long time. Now, all the other stuff, I don't know really what to tell you. Like the quick code and all that stuff, I don't know how that's going to work out in the end. I really don't. Hey, Steve. And Bill. How's Bill? So yeah, that's something that if you've got some Ease Diagnostic stuff, then it's highly possible you will probably pretty soon have a brick that's not going to do anything for you. And that really sucks. I'm reading some of the support stuff on their page, and a lot of it's just outdated. They haven't updated anything. It doesn't look like they're going to. Yeah. That's unfortunate. Yeah. They've pretty much closed most of their support and stuff down, looking at it. I was just reading off their website, and I didn't see anything that looked like they were going to continue to provide anything. That's really frustrating. That's frustrating to say the least. So starting tomorrow, I think I'll be doing a video. Tomorrow I'll go live in the van, and we'll do some stuff. I've got some time set aside for that, and we'll probably introduce L1's new employee. So that'll be cool. And then I'm curious, what percentage of technicians work at your level? Ooh. So I don't know how to answer that question, Andrew, without, man, there's not a humble way to say that, okay? There's just not. And I can tell you that there are not a lot of techs. Man, I don't know how to say that. That just sounds bad no matter how I say it. There's not a lot of techs that are operating at the level that I'm operating at. And it's not because I'm something amazing. It's not because of some innate ability. It's because I've worked my ass off. I've heard tons of people have told me, oh, it must be nice when they see me buying tools and stuff now. And, I mean, you guys were there for it for part of it, me making videos before. I was struggling before financially to do it. And then I got fired, which sucked. I was fired in a crappy way, too, but regardless. And then I overcame that. But I can tell you now that anyone that's operating at the level that I'm operating at, it's not because they're just good or they just woke up good or whatever. And I can tell you there's nothing special about me. I just worked harder than other people. And I get people all the time that are offended by that. They're like, oh, I work real hard and, da-da-da. And I've worked with the guys. I've worked with guys that have told me, well, you just don't actually spend a lot of time doing it, or you just whatever. And it frustrates me because those same guys that I worked with that would say that, they would be mad at me because I could buy something they couldn't buy, or because I was knew how to do something they couldn't do, or that I would get a ticket at the shop that I would get given a job to do because I was the only one that could do it. They'd get mad about it, but then at 5 o'clock they'd clock out and walk away and go home when I'm not stuck there, when I choose to be there to use the new tools or to try out processes or to take known goods or to spend time learning on a car. And my wife 100% understands that. She knew that there were sacrifices that it was going to take to be as good as I could be. And it literally pisses me off when other people say that stuff, that, oh, you just had her, oh, you just, like, dude, I grew up freaking poor. I got recovering drug addict parents. I'm telling you, I did not have anything special growing up. I was the smelly kid in school because my parents smoked like freight trains in the house. It is all about passion and, like Bill said, devotion. If you don't put the time in for it, if you don't make time, if you don't set aside time of your life outside of work to be the best you can be, you will not be the best. And that's okay. If you decide you don't want to do that, that's fine. But just do not gripe about it to guys that do it. And that's the thing, is that we've all heard, oh, it must be nice when you're doing something. And you think to yourself, no, it wasn't nice. It was years and years of my life that I spent dedicating and spending all the time that I could to be the best I could be, and sacrificing stuff to do that. So, I mean, it was like, sorry to go off on this huge rant and get all ticked off-ish, but, I mean, legitimately, that is, like, seriously one of my pet peeves. Is I'll be at a shop or something, and I'll hear a shop owner say, well, the only reason, he can do it is because he's got all the tools or whatever. And I will very specifically outline that the tool I'm using is probably nothing they don't have. I mean, the majority of my diagnosis is done with a $1,000 launch tablet. It's cheaper than almost any scan tool most techs have at the shop. I mean, it is not all about the tools. Now, when it comes to programming, yeah, you got to have equipment and stuff. You just do, okay? But when it comes to diagnosis, there's really not that much equipment in it. I mean, my little crash box I use for doing electrical diagnosis is like a $65 Klein multimeter, $150 U-scope. So between the two of those, it's probably I probably have just as much in my one-channel oscilloscope and my voltmeter as most people have in their Fluke. Most people spend more money on a Fluke multimeter and then use two functions of it, checking voltage and checking resistance, when there's so much more to that meter. And then, like, some other probe attachments. So I probably have, like, with exception of the FLIR thermal imaging device that's at the bottom of the box, and the 2 amp clamps. By the way, the 2 amp clamps I use on a regular basis are Handtech units that were $50 a piece. I probably have $400 in my whole electrical test box that I do. Like, that's what I use every day. That probably makes me the most money. Just short of my box of fuses. That black box has legitimately made me the most money. So Corey at SNA Auto says, how about, wow, you're so lucky. No, I'm not. It's not luck. You're right. It is not luck. I get really unlucky a lot. I just have to work really hard. And yeah, it sucks sometimes. But if you don't want to dedicate time, if you don't have any passion to be the best in this industry, you won't make it. If you clock out at 5 o'clock and you don't think about work or technology or do any studying or spend time or spend your own money to go to training, you will not. It's okay. You're just probably not going to make it. Drew says, so when are you going to teach out west like California? I don't know. I really think that me and Brandon Steckler need to set up something out west. We're going to have to get a location and get enough people put together. Because me and Brandon, I mentioned something on a Facebook post about Brandon, and Brandon has talked about coming down here, ride with me for a little while. More just so I think he wants to spend some time programming cars daily. I have a unique position here where I don't have to be so super rushed. I try to get all my jobs done, but I get to program a lot of vehicles. Like, I probably program 2 to 6 a day, somewhere between 2 and 6 vehicles a day, and that gives me a unique ability to program more in a week's time than what a lot of techs will get to in a whole year or more. So by doing that, it's Drew's Auto says, any chance you're going to teach at Vision? Well, Drew's, I don't know what I can say, but I can tell you that later this week registration will open up and we'll see then. It is not much of a thing to hide, because if you go to, this is funny, someone pointed this out to me the other day. So let's see here. Let's see if I can make this work. So I guess the answer is yes. I am going to be teaching at Vision. So on Vision's homepage, you can scroll down to speakers, and they don't have any of the classes or anything up yet, but they have this little rolling banner. So they've got like Jim Morton, Rich Falco, Jim Watson, Jimmy Lee. So this guy right here, this is Ian Johnson. If you guys remember the Extreme 4x4 on Powerblock TV, I don't know. I haven't confirmed this. I have no idea. But that looks just like Ian Johnson to me. So I don't know what he's teaching, but that looks like him to me. Then there's Steckler's going to be there, Bill Haas, Scott Manna, Aaron Stokes, Dave Hobbs, John Thornton, Eric Ziegler. And then there is a picture of me. So yes, I will be at Vision. I will be instructing something. I do not think it's going to be my class. I think what I'll be instructing will be a CTI class. But we'll find out a little bit more here shortly when they actually fully get it out there. Put together a Pico Club. Soon we'll have enough to get you guys out here. Yeah. Oh, let me. I don't know if you guys saw what are some of the other ones. There's like all the obvious stuff, like John Thornton, Scott Manna, Tanner Brandt's going to be out there. Of course, my buddy Jeff Bly, Tim Dwyer. Tim Dwyer is a Tulsa guy. He's in the Tulsa area. Matt Fanslow, of course. So yeah, there's the normal rock star lineup plus a couple of us other guys. So it'll be interesting to see. Transition that back over. So yeah, I wasn't sure. Like, registration isn't open yet, but there's a picture of me on there. So I guess we have cats out of the bag kind of thing. Bill says, I've always found it funny when someone tries to play the part they're not. I mean, as a tech, yeah, I hear that a lot. Put together a training event in California. Yeah, because isn't that crazy? There's like the population density in California is crazy alone. I can only imagine. So, Bill, what do you mean by that? I always find it funny when someone tries to play the part that they're not. Oh, you're talking to Corey. I got it. I figured it out. I figured it out. I'm a little dense. Give me a break. Anyways, yes, cat's out of the bag. I'll be at Vision teaching. So will Rich Falco. I'm pretty sure Chris Martino's going to be teaching some stuff too. Some of his Volkswagen stuff, I think. There's a lot of people. There's a lot of us younger guys teaching this year. So it's either going to be really crappy or really, really fun. One of the two. All right, I just realized it is like 1 minute till 6, so I got to get out of here, guys. We're going to go over to the website and teach part 3 of the network diagnosis thing. But there will be a live stream tomorrow sometime. At least I hope so. If I got time, I'll jump on and we'll hang out for a little bit tomorrow. I've got a pretty light schedule. We'll just see how it turns out, though. So, all right, guys. Well, I'm glad this new YouTube thing works. It's a little different than what it was before. But we'll see you next time.